welcome back to part 2 of this painting, and in this segment we're going to go ahead and work on the truck, and I'm going to use navy blue, which is basically ultramarine, some black, and I have some black on the side in case I need to dab into that. I am going to get some white. Unfortunately, with this setup that I have for larger paintings, I can't show you my palette at all time like a live feed, but I'm gonna show you time to time what I'm gonna do. Basically, I'm gonna get some white, mixing with that navy blue, some of that black, and we get something like this. I'm gonna come here, work on this truck. Now this truck is gonna be covered by snow a bit. It's gonna be covered by rust a bit. So we're gonna bring some rust color. We're gonna bring some snow later on. But for now, I'm gonna use some of this blue here. I'm gonna add a little more white to the mix and get a lighter color. Before I go on and get too far, let me just mention one thing that I forgot to mention in the beginning of the video. If you are a beginner artist or intermediate and you have problem with sketching something like this, it's a little too complicated for you, you could use carbon paper or tracing paper. You know, trace the photo onto a tracing paper and trace it onto your canvas, or you could use a projection device, and a very inexpensive projection device, just something basic to be able to project the photo onto a wall, or in this case onto a canvas, and then you can go ahead, trace it, and go on with painting. And of course you can do it old-fashioned way and draw it yourself, and I'm sure after a few tries you can get it. So I'm gonna continue with my navy blue, and I'm gonna go ahead and paint this. This painting video is more like sharing experience with you guys. I'm not expert in painting this kind of subjects, so I don't want to call this a tutorial. It is a learning experience for me as well. So right now I am mixing in ultramarine blue and black, and over here I have some white and some of the ultramarine blue. So we're going to go ahead and move back and forth between these colors, I'm using a darker mix for this area and a lighter mix for top. Probably gets more light on top. And I'm gonna use this color as a underpainting. We're gonna bring some snow, like what we have over there, on top of this, on the hood and the roof of the car, truck. I'm gonna keep the brush strokes this way to indicate maybe a curve in the hood of the truck. And this is ultramarine blue and white, or that darker navy blue. Navy blue is basically, I guess, what the companies do. I believe, is a mixture of ultramarine blue and black. If I'm mistaken, please correct me in the comment section, but I think that's how they make it. I'm gonna bring in some red and orange into my mix, and we're gonna go ahead and indicate some probably rust or some impression or illusion of rust around some of the areas on the hood. Maybe some orange. Just randomly applying this color. Some of that blue, some of that orange. Creating some illusion of maybe rust, especially on top. Some of these areas. Some more rusty areas here. And back to our navy blue and black. And some of that orange. Just create an illusion of maybe some rust here and there. I'm going to create some impression of maybe some rust here. some patches, and bring in some lighter orange areas that may get some light. A little lighter blue for the top. Some dry brush technique. And we're gonna go ahead, continue that blue for the door. Switching back and forth between navy blue and the lighter mix that we had here. I'm still working with the same colors, orange, some red that I have to add, that navy blue and black and blue. Alright, maybe some of that red over here. Maybe we got lots of rust over here. Some of that orange. Let's add some black. Maybe some dirt here. I don't know. Maybe some of that lighter blue for here, just to separate these two areas. Some lighter value of that blue for here. And apply some of that rust color. Some patches. Not this orange that I'm applying, it's gonna dry a bit darker. It's acrylic, so it's gonna dry like what we have on top. If we need to, go a bit lighter on top, we can go ahead, reapply another coat, or maybe even add some white to it, but I'm not sure about adding white at this stage. I'm just gonna go ahead, and once the first layer is dry, just go over it like that. And some areas we can go ahead, just like that, create some impression of rust on this. On this old truck, let's go ahead, apply same idea over here. For the bumper, for the undercoating of the bumper, I'm gonna use some raw umber. The bumper is gonna be very rusty, so just gonna use some umber as the under painting for it. And bring that orange or rust color, some of that red, all of this going to dry one shade darker, especially the orange and the umber is they're gonna mix in together, and some of the areas we're gonna go ahead drop some snow, impression of some snow, and probably it's gonna make more sense. Now we're gonna work on I believe this is the radiator of the old truck. I don't know, I'm not a mechanic, don't ask me. Alright, we're gonna continue with our rust colors, red and orange, and we're gonna go ahead with the liner brush, just apply some impression of some of this rusty, material in this truck. Basically using my red and orange. So for those of you who love to see the palette, I apologize. This setup doesn't allow me. I'm using a different setup for these larger canvases than my usual setup that I have. So, but that's basically my red and orange. I'm going to pick up some gray, a little blue, and some white, and we're going to make a mix which I already made over here, basically a light mix, like a grayish bluish color, very light value. And we're going to come over here and paint the rim of the windshield for this truck. Now this is an old truck, the windshield is gone, so we just have to paint the rim around the windshield that once stood over here. I'm gonna use same mix that we had that we paint the rim, and we're gonna come here and apply maybe even some more white in it and paint an impression of the front lights of this truck. Alright, I'm gonna pick up some black. We're gonna pick up some gray. You can make your own gray. I have it available in a tube, so I'm just using it because try to make, save some time, but you can make your own gray. And I'm gonna come here and paint the front tire of this truck. That actually is the one that we can see. I'm gonna give it some character. Maybe it's a little flat. It's been sitting here for a long time. And I'm gonna bring some snow over here, so I'm gonna bury it in the snow and create the illusion of a flat tire. Some dark, some black for inside, and maybe this area we're gonna bring some of that gray. We're gonna mix some of that gray and some of that black. Create a darker value of that gray and just paint this tire grayish, blackish. Very impressionistically. And inside here is going to be dark. And maybe we can mix in some of that navy blue and some of that black, maybe a touch of white, navy blue, black, and touch of white. And we're gonna come here and paint the wheels. Maybe a little lighter. and pick up some more white, make even lighter value of that color. And we're going to come here, just point and create some illusion of some of these bolts. And we're going to drop some indication of snow, maybe some here. Maybe some on top. Maybe some still. Here and there. Maybe in the back. Some over here, I don't know, randomly. And we're gonna do some, let's pick up a bigger brush. And like what we have over there, I'm gonna go ahead and indicate some more snow, maybe in the foreground as well. You all know how to paint snow, so I'm gonna spare you with this part, but basically some blue for the shadow part of the snow under the truck, and some white here. So I went ahead, used some raw umber, some black, and indicated some land over here, even some sap green. I continued because this is an existing painting, so I'm just mimicking what I had in the landscape before. And I'm going to use my filbert brush and some white, some blue. Go ahead, create some impression of snow. Just want to show you a little bit of what I do. You guys know how to create impression of snow by now if you're watching my channel. At least we have lots of snow scenes on the channel, just like so. Just going to continue that snow that we had back there. Over here, just be mindful of where your light comes, and this truck obviously casting a shadow over here, so probably more bluish, color over here, which is basically a good shadow color for snow. Something like this. And underneath the truck we're going to keep dark, and here we go. I'm going to create some snow here. And if you didn't watch part 1 of this demonstration, I did the pine tree. You can go ahead and watch that, and the whole painting, the house, it's an existing video. It's on the channel. If you're new to the channel and you haven't seen that, most people don't go back and watch old videos, but you can, if you're interested in to see how I did that, you can go ahead and watch that. And that's it, you know. Some impression of snow, some blue. And I'm going to continue over here and bring you back for a final showing. So I went ahead and I applied some shadow color for the snow, and maybe some here, you know, soften it a bit in the foreground. And that's about it. Old house, dilapidated, old truck, old tree, and that's the whole landscape for now. And I hope you like this little demonstration, and hope you come back for more videos. All right, see you next time. Bye bye.